Hello there! Today, we are making a floral lavender dress that feels soft, light, and perfect for warm days. Lately, I am drawn to long dresses because they feel comfortable, effortless, and easy to wear. So this time, I am creating another long dress using this beautiful lavender fabric with a small floral prints. The fabric is thin and breathable, and it feels cool on the skin, which makes it ideal for summer. The pattern has a classic look, tiny purple flowers on a soft lavender background, which gives a very fresh and calming vibe. It is simple, but it has a quiet elegance that I really like. As I usually do for long dresses, I start by cutting the fabric and making sure I leave enough material for the top. When I say enough, I really mean allowing extra in case I need to adjust the design later. Sometimes I decide to add straps and tie detail, or even change the shape slightly, so having extra fabric helps a lot. It gives flexibility while working and removes pressure from making everything perfect on the first try. The remaining fabric will be used for the skirt, and I keep that portion generous as well to achieve a nice flow. This design is a simple one, but simplicity does not always mean it is easy. If I had one more fabric, I would love to add ruffles along the edges or even create a double or triple layer for the skirt to make it more dramatic and full. Maybe I will explore that in the future. For now, I focus on a clean and simple design, which still requires a lot of patience and careful planning. Understanding the measurement is very important. I always remind myself to add seam allowance. It is easy to forget small details when you are focused, but having extra allowance makes adjusting much easier later on. It gives room for corrections and helps avoid wasting fabric. After dividing the fabric for the top and skirt, I fold the skirt piece and set it aside for later. Then I begin working on the top by cutting the front piece and shaping it carefully. Since the fabric is quite thin, I double it to create an underlayer. Some people use a separate lining, but I prefer using the same fabric. This way, I do not need to worry about matching colors, and I also make full use of the materials. I like minimizing waste, especially when small leftover pieces are difficult to use in future projects. For shaping, I create darts around the tummy area, measuring from under the chest down to the waist, and I make sure both sides are even. Then I add darts along the side of the chest to give it a better fit. I take my time here, adjusting little by little, checking the balance until it feels right. Once I am satisfied, I cut the armholes, the neckline, and the side seams. At this point, the front of the dress starts to take shape. As I continue shaping the top, I take a moment to check how everything aligns before moving forward. I gently place the pieces together to see if the darts match on both sides and if the overall shape looks balanced. Sometimes small adjustments are needed, and this is the stage where I carefully refine those details. I smooth the fabric, making sure there are no uneven edges, and I double check the measurements once more. Taking this extra time helps me avoid mistake later and gives me more confidence before stitching everything together. Even though it may seem like a small step, this part is very important in achieving a clean and well-fitted result. Next, I move on to the back. I cut a piece of fabric while it is folded, so it is already doubled. Then I cut along the center to divide it into two pieces, because I will be adding a zipper at the back. The back design is simpler compared to the front. I do not add darts here, but I carefully shape it to follow the natural curve of the body. I cut the armholes, adjust the neckline, and add a slight curve along the side seams. Even though it is simple, I still make sure everything aligns well with the front piece so they will come together smoothly. Now that all the pieces are ready, I lay them out to show the structure. This is the front and these are the two back pieces. Seeing everything prepared like this always feels satisfied because it shows the progress clearly. It is like the dress is slowly coming to life, piece by piece, from something flat into something wearable. For the skirt, I go for a shearing style to create a soft and gathered look. I join the edges of the fabric and then finish the hem carefully. I want the skirt to flow nicely, so I keep it light and airy. The gathering adds movement and gives the dress that breezy summer feel. Once the skirt is done, both the top and skirt are ready to be attached together, completing the main structure of the dress. And here is our floral lavender dress. It feels light and breezy, simple yet charming. The color is soft and refreshing, and the overall look is very easy and comfortable to wear. This is the kind of dress that you can wear on a warm day and still feel relaxed and confident. I hope you like this dress as much as I do. So let's keep sewing together and stay tuned for more. I will see you on the next one.